Welcome to Wrestling in 60, presented by Cliff Keen Athletic, a show where we present the best matches from around the country's premier wrestling conference, the Big Ten. We begin with our pick at number 8.
Now we've got maybe the most interesting match of the night, 9 versus 11. It's Shawver and it's Brown.
And these two have actually faced off before. Shawver got the best of BB, they call him on the team, last year, and was also a 2024 Big Ten champion for Rutgers. It was their first individual champ since 2019. So a big, big wrestler, and he's got an historical reputation at this school. But Braxton Brown is such an aggressive wrestler. He doesn't care about rankings. He doesn't care about accolades. He's all brute force and aggression.
He's got 2 more seasons, James. He's a redshirt sophomore. He's somebody that Maryland can really take a lot of pride in. I mean, he has really done a great job. He's just gotten better and better, and now he's got a chance to prove his mettle against Shawver, who, look, James, if you win the Big Ten with the current state of wrestling, that's almost as good as the Natty. It's just been incredible.
A little bit more Midwest, I would call it. You know, when you get to Ohio, not that far from here compared to Texas, but these two, I mean, definitely not Eastern Shore guys, that's for sure.
This is a big, big opportunity for Brown to take the lead if he can get away. You really want to get out of here before that clock gets to a minute, James.
And Brown looking to stay on his feet. No takedown point yet. He's got to get those knees down, and Braxton Brown's looking to get out of that.
2, up, 1.
Their speed is just incredible.
Sprawling back and forth. That looks like that's going to be a near takedown for Brown, but nothing yet, nothing yet. No points have been awarded. They're playing on the outside. Shawver's trying to keep that foot in bounds. You can see what an away.
In a matchup as close as this one is, that ride time point could be everything.
As that's going to be a potential takedown. Brown's able to stay away here. Nothing yet. I think it's the reaction time that the referee's looking for. So after a takedown or a potential takedown, the referee gives the defensive wrestler a little bit of takedown time.
That's going to be a stall point, James, given to Brown.
And Braxton Brown looks like he's going to get a reversal on a potential takedown here. We're waiting to see what the referee awards. Brown's got him in a tough spot, and he's able to keep these feet in bounds. That's the most important part about playing on the edge of the mat. Brown with just a fantastic reversal and the stall warning, like you mentioned.
Who's bleeding?
James, you're just trying to get it down as far as possible, because if you're Brown, you're going to start on top of the 3rd.
And Brown's just going to keep going with these mat returns. He's going to do what he can to stay on the back. That's an escape point for Shawver, though. Great work from him.
Really wanted to hang on for those last 10 seconds if you're Brown. That's clutch there by Shawver to get out of it just in time.
You know, Shawver taking the down stance first, but that looks like a single leg from Brown. Experienced wrestler of Shawver not letting him get the back. That's what the referee's waiting on to see if he'll give him the point. Possibly some swipes here for Brown. Nothing yet.
And there it is.
There's 3 near fall points here, ticking them on for Brown.
Trying to get that major decision. It's not out of the realm of possibility, James. You're up 6-1. If you can get some swipes here, maybe you can cut back into that lead after we saw with the 125s.
Great mat return from Brown here. Another one. Look at the sprawl action, though. These two acrobats, man, these guys know how to get out of takedowns, out of back control. They are experienced professionals at this point. And now, in another angle there, you can see stall call here from Brown. Interesting. First warning, no points awarded yet.
The Rutgers bench is screaming for the stall point to come, and it will. It's 6-2.
As now Brown able to get the escape point out of there versus Shawver. Shawver's got some ground to pick up here. He needs a takedown.
Ties it.
These two guys are hungry. There's 10 seconds left. 8, 7, Couple more seconds left. The takedown could tie it, bring this one to sudden victory. Will it happen? Shawver's got to go now. It's not going to happen. Braxton Brown getting the upset here in College Park versus a Rutgers opponent that was looking to get two back-to-back. Maryland's going to hold on to this one. Give them the win at 133. Braxton Brown looking to not repeat history.
Now let's take a look at our pick at number 7.
It's your match of the night, 184 pounds, number 19, Ryder Rogotzke, the sophomore, against number 26, DJ Washington, the grad student. We're immediately going upstairs, locking around the body.
We're going to see some throws, some upper body stuff in this match, and a quick stall.
Rogotzke gets warned for stalling. This one's going to be a lightning strike of a match at 184.
Oh, and a nice quick shot by Rogotzke.
And on that single leg, now to the high C shot. Their defense so far from Washington. Washington Grand Prix rolls through, comes out the back. Rogotzke responds with one of his own. No points awarded yet. Washington with the go-behind trying to trip Rogotzke to the mat, and he gets the takedown.
What a sequence that was. So many rolls. It was kind of like how Ty Lillard rolled, but Rogotzke's so dangerous from here. He's looking headlock.
Trying to go for that whip over. He's got the headlock locked up. That's a 2-point reversal. Rogotzke, he's getting near fault points at 184. Washington's in trouble.
Wow, it goes from 0 to 100 so fast with Rogotzke. He's looking to get those shoulders to the mat.
Plenty of time for Rogotzke. He can just hang out in this position. That's the fall for Ryder Rogotzke.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, that was, I mean, looked like there was no danger there for Washington until there was. It was such a quick move by Rogotzke reaching back for that head. Most of your youth coaches will tell you don't reach back. Usually that's true, but if you're Ryder Rogotzke, you can get away with it.
Now let's take a look at our pick at number 6.
Yeah, Remy Cotton, talented guy. Coming out here is Wyatt Ingham, a freshman from Amory, Wisconsin. 2-time state champ is Ingham. Did have a nationally ranked win earlier this year as a redshirt.
Got himself the first takedown last time out against ranked Ben Venadia. Venadia responded and down 3 late. That 3-point takedown math came back to bite him. Able to earn a reversal was Ingham, but couldn't get that takedown, lost by 1. And for Remy Cotton, taking on Evan Bates, did not go too well for him. Bates got him in a cradle, earned the call 82 seconds in.
Ingham just scooting the corner. Cotton trying to shove it, but Ingham going to be able to get his hips up. If he does, he's going to pick up the takedown if he can get his hips up. I agree, there's no score yet. Nothing yet. He's got to bring him to the mat. Great exchange from both guys. Now we're in that crackdown position again. Good job by the ref, not getting too eager to make a call. Coach Bono's all the way down on this end.
Getting his steps in here.
Oh, and Cotton's going to get the hip here. If he knocks him down, he's going to pick it up. There it is. 3 points for Cotton. Great exchange there on the edge. Ref's going to send him back to the middle.
Just think about the level of talent in high school, getting their way up. Just that element. There's always a bigger fish, and they're growing up in their pond.
Well, Star Wars reference there. There is always a bigger fish, absolutely.
Did that originate in Star Wars?
I don't know if it originated in Star Wars, but it sticks with me. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's always a bigger fish. Shout out George Lucas. Ingham picks up the escape there from Cotton. Back on our feet here with just over halfway through the first period. These guys are scrapping right now. They're both scrapping. Oh. Ingham did a good job shoving Cotton's head outside, but Cotton was able to stay in good enough position and pick up a takedown still.
Man, you said it, Coach. Remy Cotton from Transverse City, Michigan.
Yeah, I believe he was as high as top 10 in the country when he was in high school, so he was definitely a solid recruit for the Spartans.
You're only a redshirt freshman as well. Sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, he does. He's got a lot of talent right there. You see him, nice mat return, keeping keeping Ingham in. This is key right here for both guys. A ride out here at the end of the period for Cotton is a lot. It changes. A 5- and 4-point match, it makes a difference.
Well, Cotton in the driver's seat right now, up 5, and yeah, Cotton got pushed way off the mat there into some young fans watching. Seat's already good, got even better for a split second there.
Ingham in high school was really, really tough on top. He was always a good rider, as you saw. He was able to, knock off some of that riding time, bring it under a minute. Nice ankle pick by Cotton. Textbook. You look that up, that's what you're going to see. That was textbook. Now he's right away. He's just not stopping. He's got hammerlock with the arm on the back for Ingham, and now he's trying to dig out his face, make him turn in. Ingham did a good job hustling from that position, build up to his base. That's what you got to do. Your hands on your back. Easier said than done, but you got to start building up, and that's what he did, and he got the escape. But Cotton just isn't stopping. He just keeps firing off.
Yeah, you said he got himself an advantage early, and you wouldn't know based on how he's attacking right now. You think he'd be down in the third.
You can work with that. As a coach, you can absolutely work with that. That's what you want to see. You can always I've always thought it's easier to shore up defense than it is to find offense. And Cotton right now clearly has a lot of offense, and he's always looking to score.
Yeah, I like that quote.
Ingham right now has got that leg hook, but his foot is trapped underneath, so he can't turn into the. Yep, they're going to stalemate it. Yeah, I don't think with Ingham's foot trapped underneath, he wasn't going to be able to turn in to shelf that leg. I don't think anybody was going to go anywhere, but Cotton just firing his hands, attacking legs. Nice little scramble here. Roll through. Ingham picks up a late takedown. Game changer for the match. Now he trails by 5.
Would say he was definitely the aggressor throughout this one so far.
No, absolutely. He has been the aggressor throughout, but like you said, the themes, it kind of seems like there's been a lot of late scores. And I tell you what, Big Ten announcer Shane Sparks, I was talking to him on my ride up here briefly. If he was watching this duel, he'd be like a kid in a candy shop. We've seen a lot of great mat returns, and we've seen a lot of late scores on the edge, and those change matches.
Wow, talking to Mr. Sparks on the phone on the way up here?
We were exchanging a few texts. We just had to get some stuff figured out, but no, he loves those mat returns. He loves late scores on the edge, and for a good reason, too. I agree with him. They change matches.
On the topic of Shane Sparks, this was a nationally televised battle against Purdue earlier as a takedown for Wisconsin. I found Shane Sparks' media pass in the garbage can behind me, and I am keeping that.
Just like that. Ingham is back in this match, though, against number 25, ranked Cotton. He's got 2, takedown, 3, excuse me. Brings it under a minute riding time. It is a all tied up match. Minute to go. Cotton now has the lead. Ingham's going to need one more. We're going to see some points.
This place has been itching to get loud. Got a chance to see a major upset. Remy Cotton, something to say about it for sure.
Shot there. Ingham was waiting on it. Picks up the takedown. He's going to take the lead 14-12. An escape won't be enough for Cotton, but he looks like he might be out of gas. He's on his belly. He's not building up right now. Ingham is tough on top. He's a good rider. He's looking to hook that ankle, it looks like, and dig out arm bars. He loves arm bars.
Ingham started the second period in a valley, has climbed the mountaintop. Remy Cotton just looking for one last attack, but Ingham in control.
Absolutely, he's going to close this match out on top. Ingham's going to pick up another nationally ranked win in his red shirt campaign. We've seen him in limited action because they're not pulling his red shirt, but you got to be excited for next year if you're a Badger fan about Wyatt Ingham.
How about that for the Badgers? Wyatt Ingham by decision.
Now let's take a look at our pick at number 5.
But again, a real marquee match here. You got 2 All-Americans. You got 2 guys ranked in the top 8. Here we go.
Vance Vombaur, 18-2 this year. Jesse Mendez, undefeated. Number 1 ranked wrestler at 141 pounds, defending NCAA champion, a 2-time All-American.
Yeah, Jesse's obviously, there's not enough superlatives, really. We know how good he is. National title speaks for itself.
Vance Vombaur, as I said off the top when we were watching Isaiah Salazar wrestle, the second of a couple of Minnesota Golden Gophers from Greeley, Colorado.
Vombaur seemingly for a second looking like he has the advantage there. Jesse's able to scramble out of that, but he is able to turn it into 3 points for the takedown, and quite frankly, that doesn't happen a ton to Jesse, and so that's definitely something, obviously, that the Minnesota side likes to see. The Minnesota coaching staff, Mendez able to get out, so we're back in the neutral position. You know, the hand fighting in this has just been quite, you know, trying to just lobby and levy for an advantage through tough hand fighting. Mendez able to penetrate there, but wow, Vance is really doing a good job of fighting that off. Mendez able to shelf the leg there, but usually you're trying to get that far leg after you shelf it, and he's just too long, but he's able to pick it up, sweep it, got the takedown, and Mendez able to take the lead 4-3.
So a pivotal match right here between number 1 and number 8, Jesse Mendez and Vance Vombaur.
Yeah, Vombaur wasn't seeded. He made it to the NCAA tournament last year, which is obviously always an accomplishment, but he was the lowest seeded Gopher to become an All-American since David Thorne finished 7th at 125 pounds in 2013 after being unseeded. And so what's supposed to happen on paper, I know we keep saying that, doesn't impress Vance at all. He's here for a battle. He's here for a wrestling match, and you know his performance at the Nationals last year for Vance.
And you got to think about all the confidence he got from that big run at the end of last year. Talking about Vance Vombaur, he's taken big steps this year, but another huge test against number 1. Holding his own so far, leading 5-4 against Jesse Mendez.
Oh, watch that spladle. This is last year. Jesse Mendez was able to nail, I believe it was Brock Hardy from Nebraska with a spladle, some type of offensive firepower through a shot. Was able to be executed. Vombaur in on Mendez's left leg. Mendez hitting a shin whizzer, it looks like. They go out of bounds. Minnesota has to be real happy, obviously, to understate with how Vombaur has wrestled this match, entering the 3rd period with the lead. Now it's all tied up with the escape by Mendez.
Seen some really tight matches so far, and of course another one here.
Lots of head tap and go. Quick distraction. And although the gulf and the gap between Mendez and Vombaur and Stevenson and everybody isn't quite that large. But
Mendez has not lost this season. Vance Vombaur doing good work against him here.
Doing an excellent job of staying square, keeping a square stance, keeping that. It's such a taxing, you know, if you remember even rolling around with a buddy out on the grass when you're in high school, just kind of play wrestling, how exhausted usually you got to go, hold on, and to go that hard for 7 minutes, and obviously these are highly trained athletes, but then to go into overtime, it's usually not the druthers of these guys, but their conditionings are, and that was a nice kick out right there by Mendez.
Mendez trying to maintain that undefeated record. Vance Vombaur looking for the upset.
Yeah, such a chess match inside of all that hand fighting. You know, it kind of looks so similar to the untrained eye, but there's a lot going on in trying to create. Now Vombaur once again in on a shot, and Jesse's so good at stuffing the head. turning the corner. Oh, trying to get a little exposure there. Steps over there. Now he's just trying to elevate Jesse's legs. Such a back and forth. And again, he's able to roll him over, and he's able to trap his. Nope, he wasn't. So Jesse's just going to stay there with heavy hips, heavy hips, heavy hips. Attempt to keep Vombaur's head stuffed. There he goes. Vombaur's going to try to finish the single leg there, and Jesse's able to scoot out. Got 5 seconds left. I think both gentlemen are probably going to have an unspoken agreement. Let's go to this next. You know, comes out. Both look good for Vombaur. If Mendez is able to win this match, however he does it, the fact that Vombaur just hung in so tough and to the degree that he did is people are going to take notice. I wouldn't be surprised to watch Vombaur rise in the rankings this week precisely because of how he's been able to wrestle Jesse to the very, very end here. Mendez gets the escape. He gets that point. Vombaur in on a leg attack, but Jesse able to fend it off.
So again, Minnesota decides to go neutral here.
Try to go for the win right off the bat. A takedown. And Jesse is able to get a leg. Sometimes if you can just, now he can't just hang on her, they're going to call him stalling. He's got to look like he's trying to improve. And whoa, whoa, whoa. If he was able to catch that second leg, that would have been a takedown for Vombaur. Jesse able to, at the last second, just to scoot that out. Just got to keep him at bay. And that was
so Jesse,
go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say Jesse Mendez remains undefeated this year, but you got to give a lot of credit to Vance Vombaur for the way that he wrestled.
Now let's take a look at our pick for number 4.
Yeah, Ridge Lovett's only loss is the #1 ranked wrestler, Caleb Henson. That was in sudden victory in the Cliff King finals. The loss, of course, for Parco was a very devastating loss to Van Ness at Penn State last week. And so they're coming in, Ridge Lovett coming in really hot. He's 10-0 in dual meets, has not been beaten in a dual meet this year. And you know, I think coming in very confident. Parco has been a spark plug, especially at home for the Hawkeyes. He, you know, of course, he's a 4-time All-American at Fresno State and Arizona State, but he comes in, he just loves being a Hawkeye, he loves being in the center here and wrestling for the fans of Carver Hawkeye. But this is a great test for him. And meet right before our match. There's Lovett under the leg there, trying to come up, and this is where, I'll tell you, the more uncomfortable Ridge Lovett is, the more comfortable he is, and there was 1 point, no reversal, 1 point escape. Double underhooks, they go out, stalling on Iowa, backing out. That's the call by Angel Rivera. Continuing to dictate the tie here, and you know, the optics right here in Carver Hawkeye, it's going to be hard for the official if Ridge Lovett continues to back away, not to get the stall call. And there is the underhooks, but Ridge Lovett comes back with an overhook throw,
and the takedown for Parco.
He does get the takedown. Big takedown for Parco. And the escape, 3-2, Parco out in front, minute 20 left in regulation.
So Lovett in their previous 2 meetings has not had a takedown. He needs a takedown to get back into this.
Got the double underhooks. Right now, if he can double underhook and push off, it could be a stall call, and that would be one. Nice job by Parco moving in, circling back in, staying on the logo in the center. Will Parco go 3-0 against Lovett?
A top 5 showdown here in the Big Ten at 149 pounds. Ridge Lovett needs a takedown. Parco looking to outlast. 35 seconds remain.
Now right now, with that underhook, he's doing a nice job because he does not have to work to the side, not looking for the takedown. He's just looking to neutralize Lovett, and Lovett is not being able to get through that defense. 15 seconds left.
Down to the final 10 seconds. Lovett can't get in.
Parco
And
gets the crowd to their feet.
Is 3-0 all-time against Lovett. And he gets Carver Hawkeye Arena rocking.
What a way to come back.
Of wrestling.
Yeah. Now that's a comeback. And beats the funk and the roll of Ridge Lovett and gets a big 3-point takedown in the win.
Wrestling in 60 is presented by Cliff Keen Athletic. Wrestle with the best. Now let's take a look at our pick for number 3.
Here's our advanced stat. It's sponsored by the Air Force. 15-0, all those bonus points, 80%. And if you look up at this team score, they're going to need some bonus points in the final 2 if Iowa wants to have the edge here.
Got a couple of young guys in Nebraska, and it's a big hill to climb because they're certainly decided underdogs in these next 2. Iowa favored at this match, and they know what they need to do, like you said. They have to get bonus points to win.
3-time All-American, Stephen Buchanan.
If you're Buchanan, I mean, you're highly favored here. You're going up against a true freshman that is, you know, had a nice campaign, but not in your class right here. And so you want to get it going and get it going fast. You're going to score more than just one takedown in the first period, ideally, if you're Buchanan.
Buchanan working on the edge of the mat. The Iowa fans wanted a fleeting call there against McDanel. This one.
Red Stalling. There's a stall call on McDanel.
He knows his job here against the #1 ranked wrestler in the country.
And he comes out, gets that escape real easy. This is where you want to keep it. If he gets a couple of shots here without McDanel answering, the stall will come into play. But it's the bonus points that the Hawkeye needs. And when you know your job as a Husker, you got to stay in there, you know, not get stall calls against you, but you want to keep it close. And there's the hook. And a 3-point ball.
Trying to go for more here.
Just a second there, he had the Turk action there and tried to elevate that leg and come across and get some near fall points. There's a big lift, a minute left in the second period. I think that unless he can work something out here on top here pretty soon, he's going to have to just say, hey, I'm going to have to go to my feet, not only get a takedown, but create something that might go from the feet to the back. Not bad if McDanel, he's in there hanging on to that leg right there, but right now, real important 3 points there. Nice job of coming around and on the edge of the mat.
Right now, just a decision. Buchanan's looking to get a major decision.
Nice job by Buchanan making that decision when he did. He said, okay, got to go to work here. I'm going to take down away from a major decision. Give myself all the time I can.
We showed to the graphic, 80% of Buchanan's wins have been bonus point wins. Iowa needs it here, and there's that takedown.
And this is what Buchanan does so well. That third period, he just gets after, turns it on. He's a scoring machine in the third period. Right now, with the riding time he'd have, if it ended like this, he would have the major decision. One more shot, he's going to get a foul call, I think, against McDanel. Oh, McDanel did a nice job there, saving from that, but Buchanan's going to come through and another takedown.
Buchanan turning it on in the third.
He's going to need a couple more takedowns to get a tech fall. There's the, let him up again.
What a clinic being put on by the #1 wrestler in the country. And it got him on his back. Whoa! Buchanan comes away with a big one. Wow! Carver, he's crazy tonight. What a win for Stephen Buchanan.
Now, let's take a look at our pick for number 2.
The question is, will Barr be able to go ahead and put any, how much forward pressure can he put out there against Cardenas? See him coming forward here with those hard collar ties. Cardenas is really tough in the top position. And he reminds me a lot of watching Real Woods, the 41-pounder for Iowa, who's actually in the Michigan room right now. But he likes to operate from distance, kind of slaps his hands on the mat. And
you call Jacob Cardenas Big Real Woods.
Yeah, he's big Real Woods, or Real Big Woods, so whatever you want to call it. But he has that kind of like that type of style from the feet.
Cardenas, in his first season in Ann Arbor, came from Cornell, where he was a 3-time national qualifier, 2-time All-American, was 4th last March in Kansas City. 2-time New Jersey State champion, wrestled at Bergen Catholic. Cardenas 14-0, 11 bonus point victories, 7 tech falls. He can light up the scoreboard. No score 60 seconds in. What has stood out to you, Jim, so far through 2 minutes?
The fact that Barr hasn't really been able to take advantage of his positions from the feet. He hasn't taken a lot of territory, but he's made up for it by getting up in a situation to scramble off of his shot. He's going to need more to do more of this to create more activity.
Barr beginning the second period downstairs.
Yeah, good job by Barr getting to his feet and get comfortable with that. He's covering fingers right now. He'll walk out of that. That was a big position for him.
Quick escape inside of 15 seconds. The Nittany line leading at 1-0.
Stay out of him.
Collar tie. Cardenas blasts back into a double leg after taking 2 collar snaps. One with the right hand, one with the left hand.
Talking about just staying focused.
Yeah, just staying focused. Good ankle ride there, rides him out.
Maybe change his strategy. If Cardenas was able to ride him for 40 seconds, maybe he's not as committed then in that top position.
And that's what I'm talking about, though. Those quick mat returns right there, grabbing the ankle, moving off of it, good trips. But now the crowd's in it.
1, 2.
Good way to stop. Good job of Cardenas getting out. Hip turn.
Barr stays right with him.
And it drops down. Right there. Little hip over and away technique. Love that.
I swear to God, sometimes I think that you've watched some wrestling.
Thanks, my man.
Let's go get one. Let's go get a takedown.
Good call, Jim. Cardenas right on cue with that switch. 1-1. Riding time and on factor. We're back on our feet. 20 seconds left in regulation.
Keep it clean.
Seven minutes, not enough time to decide this one. We are going to sudden victory.
Let's go get a takedown. First point scored. All right.
Riding time is erased. 2 minutes on the clock. Next point wins.
Cardenas this time waving at a shot. You know, I think as many times as Barr has seen that, he should be able to react pretty well to it and get to a corner and maybe take a reshot. We also know that Barr is really good with that left-handed underhook. You know, right there, it's gone right most of the time. Now Cardenas in on a shot with his head down. You see how Barr is pushing the thighs away. It's allowing him, you know, keeping Cardenas from gathering himself in that position. The referee calls a good stalemate.
Trying to cheer on his 197-pounder.
Hands.
Well, let's see if Barr can go ahead and drift and oh, ankle pick attempt right there. Squared up really well. Both guys wrestling on their hands and knees and feet. And so tough to get angles from those positions. 1 minute. It's really been a chess match.
Collar time from Barr. There's a shot from Cardenas.
Reshot there by Cardenas, but fought off pretty well. Again, which direction will Barr go off of when they free up here? Underhook. Now he has the underhook that he wants. Cardenas slips his head in there to kind of neutralize that position.
Down to 30 seconds.
Cardenas is really savvy. That was a good job of feeding that underhook and getting a good block out of that.
Forehead to forehead.
Just looks like it's going to the tiebreaker.
So this match still undecided after the 2-minute sudden victory.
1, 2.
Ankle pick off the whistle from Barr. And there's that sit once again from Cardenas. He gets the quick escape.
Well, that's so effective there. Once he was able to free his ankle right there, he went right to it again. It turns into the arm that's around the waist. Both guys still plenty of time to score.
Cardenas underhook. Barr able to clear that tie. Shot by the Wolverine. With a little flurry on the edge, not a bounds.
Totally flat on his belly right there. And was able to go ahead and square up off of that. Impressive athletically by Cardenas. He walks out. Which, I love that move.
Caution on Cardenas.
Didn't do it. He's on the right-hand side. He could have possibly done that, but good job staying with it so far.
And Cardenas will erase the riding time from Barr. Cardenas switches sides once again. Barr quickly pops up. Down to 15 seconds.
Gets him into a crab ride. Got to be careful not to give up a reversal here. He gives it
5 seconds. Barr looking for the reversal. And the Nittany Lions scores. Josh Barr steals it late. Here is our pick at number 1.
Patrick Kennedy, another guy, I mean, you want on your team. I mean, he, like he says, I bring the lunch pail to work and I go to work. Right, really nice job. In on the single leg by him, but a good defense by Pinto. He loves to be in a scramble.
And a stalemate will send these wrestlers back to their feet there. Boy, on the whistle attack, it was Kennedy. You can tell an emphasis for Coach Shawver to his team.
Yeah, Kennedy does a nice job of keeping that underhook, staying in his lane, staying in the middle of the mat there.
Scrambling back and forth, and now it's Pinto. This is Kennedy back for a fall.
Nice rollout by Kennedy, but a 7-point move by Pinto.
Wow. Lenny Pinto took the scramble and put Kennedy on his back. Almost had the fall. And now Kennedy.
7 points right out of the gate for Pinto.
Kennedy does get out, and now Pinto very quickly on this leg.
Just as quick as Kennedy got in off the whistle, Pinto goes in on that leg, and nice job of fending off by Kennedy. There's a lot of action here. Takedown by Pinto.
Wow, Pinto's got that motor going to the first. The Iowa corner saying just get up and out.
Yep.
Kennedy does just that.
He got a lot of work to do, but it starts right now. He got the line, he didn't stay underneath.
Both these two wrestlers, two-time NCAA qualifiers in both 2023 and 24.
There's 3 points there, and he's got back points. Looking for back points, he's gonna get 4, and 7 points turned around.
Patrick Kennedy flips the script in Carver.
That is what the crowd was looking for, and big 3-point takedown, 4-point near fall. That's the way you come back.
Wow, both coaches wanted to see offense, and we're still in the first.
19 points in the first 2 minutes.
Down one. Got another 2. Kennedy's got a flat. The Iowa fans want to see something out of the bottom man, Lenny Pinto.
30 seconds. Kennedy doing a really nice job on top, and nice roll around by Pinto to come out for the escape. Great first period.
Right now, Lenny Pinto still holding to that 2-point lead here in the second. Pinto had a hard time getting up and out in that first period. Kennedy's been really good in that top spot.
This is where we're going to see the guts, the gumption, the grit that it takes. And it's a big-time opportunity for one of these wrestlers to show what they're made of right here, because 20 points scored in the first period and a half. Good pressure by Kennedy there. Good pressure on top. Really nice job. Covering the hip. Really good pressure.
Kennedy continues to ride. Riding time up over a minute now.
Look at it. Out on his toes. Really good pressure. Keeping Pinto from getting off the mat. Working so hard right there. Covering the hips.
He was going out of bounds. He never stops.
No, he never stops coaching. He never does. But right now, this is what you want to see. A guy that was down 10-1 and now has come back within 2 points, 11-9. Got the riding time. Height right here is important.
Still the scramble situation here.
Easy.
Red's going down first.
This has been some kind of top wrestling by Kennedy. Steps over, got to stay in on that leg. Got to stay in on that leg, and he stays on top. Wow, good action by both wrestlers again.
Your choice.
There were moments there you thought either was going to start getting a count. The last 9 seconds are crazy. Coach Manning just threw the challenge brick on this.
Oh,
here's a look at it.
No, I don't think as he rolled through, I don't think that challenge is going to, he's thinking that he had the 3 points, but I think that was good patience on the part of Angel Rivera not to call the 3 points there as Kennedy then rolled through, came back out on top, keeping control.
Angel Rivera told us the brick was lost. They threw it too late.
Too late. You got to send it immediately, and it was a hesitation. It was too late, and the brick is lost. So no more bricks for Nebraska. Now we go to the 3rd period.
Wow, that seemed fast to me. Up and out that time.
It's effectively a tie match right now. The riding time in favor of Kennedy, over 2 minutes.
No stall warnings on either side.
Little shot by Pinto. Nice fending off by Kennedy. Good down block. Anticipated that very well. He can hit a clean shot and finish. The double underhooks here. If Kennedy can get him going straight here, there'll be a stall call against Pinto, and he drives through.
Wrestling on the edge of the mat.
Kennedy trying to kick out. They're going to go out, start over. Action. Stalking him. Good down block. Not much of a shot by Pinto.
Here's Pinto.
And Pinto gets a 3. Puts him on his back. Kennedy trying to keep off. He'll get probably 4 points near fall at the end. And Pinto gets the win.
What a match.
And it's going to be 18-11. It's not going to be a major decision.
Nope, one less. We'll keep it as just a regular decision. 18-11.